is 30. So we're below the freezing mark now. 30 at 8:42 here at Q1043. And Michael Strahan is on the line with us here at Q1043. And let's push the button and say good morning.
And a round of applause. In fact, a standing O, even though you can't see it. I'm bowing.
Okay.
I'm
all
bowing.
right. Shelley's bowing.
I'm bowing.
I'm standing. Let's get a big ovation here. A big ovation.
Oh, my God. What a game.
Thank you.
You know, Michael, I watched the second half in a bar. The first half I was at home. Okay? And that last 46 seconds of the first half was so damn exciting. I could not sit there alone. I said, I'm getting out of here. So at halftime, I went off where I could be with people. And then when the game ended with a Giants victory, I live in Manhattan, I walked out onto the street, and the street was crowded with people coming from, all the different places they were watching the games. Strangers were high-fiving one another in the street. You really, really brought this city some real life with that performance, Michael.
Well, that is great. And heck, I mean, we felt the same way about it. Very tough team to play, very tough stadium with the fans and everything. And guys hung in there. Didn't always look good for it, but we hung in there and we eventually won. And, we're happy with that now. But I think a lot of us are looking at we have 2 more to go.
Well, you have 2 more. There's no doubt about it. And the Cowboys were ripping it pretty good on the ground in the first half, but once again, you made some adjustments at halftime and really took back the line of scrimmage in the second half and saved your best pressure on Romo for the second half as well. Was anything said to precipitate that during halftime, or is that just the natural flow of the game?
Well, I think both. I think a natural flow of the game and the fact that at halftime we realized, especially when our offense scored right before the half with 40 or 50-something seconds left, that our offense could move the ball and could be effective. And defensively, we realized it's on our backs to stop this team and to win this game because offensively they're going to do whatever it takes, and we just have to hold our own. And second half, the guys rose up. We were missing a lot of guys in our secondary, so I'd take my hat off to the young guys we had back there, a few of them who were on practice squad a few weeks ago, and now they're playing in the biggest game of their career so far, and the way that they responded was really incredible.
Yeah, you're talking about a situation where Jeffrey Pope, for instance, wasn't that his NFL debut?
Yeah,
in a playoff game?
When you looked into his eyes on the field, he looked like a deer in headlights.
But has that ever happened? I'm trying to go into my memory banks. Can you think of anybody else making their debut in a playoff game?
I'm sure there are some guys, but I don't know. This rivalry in this game, I can't think of anybody who would have the experience that he just had.
Yeah, can you imagine the excitement of that?
Yeah, but the amazing thing was on the field, even with the 40-something seconds, and with the last play, we're very calm out there for us. It wasn't a lot of nervousness, a lot of nervous energy. It was very calm, as to say, you just feel the fact that, okay, we're going to win this game, and no need to get too excited. It's just continue to do what we've been doing.
Michael Strahan is with us, courtesy of Continental Airlines.
I think you pulled some really critical psychological warfare last week, Michael, when you said that, I might date Jessica Simpson. I really thought that was cool. I thought that was excellent strategy. It worked.
Well, hopefully it did. And,
and you didn't mean it.
Well, hopefully now he and Jessica can go to Cabo and nobody will really care.
Do you think that hurt him? Really?
No, I don't think so. I know her father really well. I know Tony really well. He's a good guy. And to be honest with you, all that stuff I think was unfair. We all have our situation where you have some downtime about what you're going to do. Most guys tend to stay at home. And a lot of guys go places, but their wife or girlfriend isn't a celebrity, so no one really cares. He just happens to be a celebrity, dating a celebrity. So
isn't one of the reasons why you become a famous professional athlete so you can go on vacation with hot babes?
Exactly. Hey, that's the number one motivator. Forget football. It's all about dating a hot chick.
Now, on the back page of Monday's Daily News, I mean, that was a picture of you that is suitable for framing. I mean, I hope you saw it, and you're going to want to hang it on your wall someday.
Yeah, I did see it. I wish it wasn't the prettiest picture, but I think the excitement that I was feeling at the time comes out in that picture. So definitely, I saw that.
Michael, do you think that by not going to training camp, you actually started the season stronger because you didn't get worn out at training camp, you didn't get injured at training camp?
Well, I was having this discussion with OC. He said, "Well, I don't know if it helped you, but I know it didn't hurt you." And, I think the mental part of it definitely helped me. Just not exhausted, not tired of the meetings and going over the same things over and over and over again. That kind of wear you out over the years. So I think it revived me, made me appreciate the game more, and made me want to come back. And when I came back, I knew I had to come back in shape and be ready to play. Because if you're going to come back, after all the stuff I went through this offseason, you better be ready or accept a lot of criticism, and I didn't want to do that.
Yeah, and you need the mental and the physical stamina. I mean, I can't even imagine. Well, I can't imagine what it's like to go out on a football field anyway, even for 1 second. But to be on the field for that first half drive by the Cowboys of 20 plays and 10-plus minutes.
Yeah, when you're out there, though, you realize it's going for a while, but you don't realize how long it is until you sit on the bench and you look up and go, okay, what happened to the first quarter? But that's our own fault. We're out there, we have them on third down, we continue to let them off the hook on third down. So when things like that happen, you can't be mad at anybody but yourself. And it really is amazing how your body adapts. When you're tired, your body will push through some things, and you can really amaze yourself and think, man, I'm still out here running this hard in the fourth quarter or third quarter after all those plays before. And, I mean, the body is an amazing thing, and I think more than that, your will is greater than anything you can do physically.
It was so awesome for Eli coming out from under his brother's shadow, finally, the only Manning standing. And I say, Tiki Barber, take that. I mean it. Take that and shove it. His criticism of Eli, I'm sorry.
Sorry. You know what? Eli has risen to the occasion. I mean, he's played extremely well, and he's carried this team, carried the offense, and you can just see his body and with everything about him, and he's just so much confidence in what he's doing out there. And I think as a teammate of his, I'm proud of him, and a friend, I'm proud of him. And he started out the season with that Tiki Barber stuff, and he's just gotten better ever since. And I think that shows that he's a professional. He cares about what he's doing.
Well, Michael Strahan, you are earning that Rolls Royce that you're on that long waiting list for.
Yeah, I heard about that, and I'm not on the list.
You're not on the list?
At least not yet. I looked at it. But
you're not on the list?
That's a house.
They were reporting on TV that you're on the waiting list.
Well, my teammates let me know that. So those guys let me know.
Well, Michael Strahan, there is a fairy tale ending that's waiting for you and the Giants if you can grab it, and all of us believe that you can. You go to historic Lambeau Field in Green Bay for a total old-school NFC championship game with the ghosts of Y.A. Tittle and Sam Huff and Bart Starr and all those guys hanging over the field. And in a career that spans 15 years, this has got to be an opportunity that is right up there with anything that you've ever experienced, and you're going to be able to take all of us along with you for the ride, and that is really exciting.
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, and by the way, it's going to be a wind chill of about 13 degrees and a temperature of about 6 at game time.
Well, but you know what? We'll go through that cold game for the pleasure of the hot game the 2 weeks later than at the Super Bowl. Myself, 15 years, but I look at a guy like Jeff Fiegels, who's 20 years in the league, and this is his first time advancing this far. So I know they have Brett Favre, and everybody's thinking Favre needs to win another Super Bowl and all that stuff. Well, we have a guy named Fiegels who's 20 years to get this far, and we're going to try to do it for him. All
right, Michael Strahan, thank you so much. And if you could just stay on the line for just a second.
Okay.
Just got to, tell you a little something. And we have 10 in a row to start your workday coming up next here at Q1043.
Hey, little Steven, I hate to get going back to the well, but you don't have any giant stadium.